Saul, in his infinite wisdom, decided he needed to take David down a peg or two. He couldn't just outright kill the guy. People loved him. So Saul came up with a plan, and let's just say it was a real humdinger. Saul, in all his kingly authority, decided that David could marry his daughter Michal. Sounds great, right? A fairy tale ending. Well, hold your horses. There was a catch, a big, fleshy, incredibly awkward catch. Saul told David to go out and collect 100 Philistine foreskins. Yes, you heard that correctly. Foreskins, 100 of them. It's like something out of a Monty Python sketch, only somehow this actually happened. Imagine being David, fresh off your giant-slaying victory, and your potential father-in-law asks for a bag of foreskins as a dowry. Talk about a mood killer. The sheer awkwardness of this request is mind-boggling. Can you imagine the conversation with the Philistines? Excuse me, sir, mind if I, collect that? Yeah, not exactly the best conversation starter. This wasn't just some weird prank either. This was a power move by Saul, a way to humiliate David and potentially get rid of him in the process. He probably figured David would either chicken out or get himself killed trying to fulfill this insane request, but Saul underestimated one thing: David's determination and maybe his tolerance for awkward encounters. Foreskins in the ancient world, not exactly a collector's item. Let's be real here. Foreskins in the ancient world or today are not exactly the hottest commodity. It's not like they had Etsy shops back then where you could buy them in bulk. David had to go out and get these things the old-fashioned way, through bloody, messy combat. Saul clearly wasn't concerned with hygiene standards or ethical considerations. He just wanted those foreskins. David's triumph: foreskins, Philistines, and a slightly miffed father-in-law. To everyone's surprise, except maybe David's, because the dude was on a roll, he actually pulled it off. He came back to Saul, not with 100, but 200 Philistine foreskins. Talk about overachieving. You can almost hear Saul saying, "Well, that's great, David, but did you get them gift-wrapped?" Needless to say, Saul wasn't thrilled. He'd been outsmarted and out-foreskinned, if that's even a word. David, meanwhile, got the girl and solidified his status as a legend. Jealousy is a powerful motivator and a terrible wedding planner. So what can we learn from this bizarre tale of biblical foreskin collecting? Well, for starters, jealousy is one powerful emotion. It can make you do some pretty crazy things, like demand 100 pieces of someone else's anatomy as a wedding gift. Secondly, never underestimate a guy with a slingshot and a point to prove. And finally, maybe, just maybe, some things are better left unsaid and uncollected. The story of David and Saul's foreskin fiasco is a wild ride from start to finish. It's a story of jealousy, ambition, and the lengths people will go to for love, or at least for the chance to marry the king's daughter. It's a story that proves that truth is often stranger than fiction, especially when it comes to the Bible.